Hey guys, I want to break down in this video why I took the trade I took today, my thesis on taking trades near the start of an hour and how that can greatly benefit you, at least in my opinion, also in my daily bias. So I'm going to try to talk slow. Sometimes I talk a bit fast, kind of might go over your head, but hopefully you guys learn in this video. I'm going to be posting more and more, documenting my journey trading. I've already been trading for a few years, so hopefully you guys can learn along the way and see me grow and progress as well. So the trade I took today was a long. I want to get into why I took the trade though, and I'm going to break it down. Let me get rid of all these little levels so I can kind of just mark it out with you as you're here. So the market opened, and as you guys can understand, I like taking trades near the start or top of the hour. So as you guys can see right here, here is the start of the hour. Let me mark it out for you. This is the start of the hour. It's 10 o'clock right here. 10 o'clock Eastern time. Here is the start right here. This is when the candle opens. We have this fair value gap. We absolutely explode through it. As soon as the hour opened, I actually want a candle to stay in this for me to go short. So a 5-minute candle to close in it for me to go short. As you guys can see, the hour opens, that does not happen. We just blow through it. So to me, that's confirmation that if we test back into it, I can get long and take that trade. Also, there was another fair value gap on the bullish side that was overlapping. So kind of just multiple things lined up. Also, I'll explain later with my thesis on hourly candles why it would line up, because we had this little dip start of the hour and then we're just ripping up. So we might just rip this whole hour. As you guys can see, here's the close of the hour right here. So pretty strong hour in a sense. So it was a good thesis, good reason to get long. So that was a trade I took today. I'll go over why I'm waiting for a candle just to close in the fair value gap for me to get short or to get long, and not just taking it on the immediate touch. Reason being is over time I just noticed sometimes I get wicked out, and I don't really like getting wicked out and still being right. It just kind of drives me crazy. So I kind of just like waiting for confirmation. I may miss trades, and they just may not work. But as you guys can see, it just, for me, waiting for that confirmation, it just lets me get in the trade, have tighter risk, and not have to worry about getting wicked out and then still the move happening in my direction. So as you guys can see right here, what happens? I took this short right here. Reason being, we had this fair value gap. We go right into it, start of the hour. Go right into it. Crazy wick up would have stopped me out, absolutely. But since this happened and we rejected, came back into it, open to this candle, I know I could get short, have very tight risk, and as you guys see, 2.5 points was my risk. Easily was able to make 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1 was my target. That's why I kind of wait for the candle to close in the fair value gap, and that's when I'm taking my trade. So that's kind of just an example of why I do it. But let me get into the hourly bias and just getting in near the top of an hour like I was talking about. Let me just kind of clear this out real quick for you guys. The reason I like getting in top of the hour, focus your attention over here. Over here. Look at how when the hour opens, 10 o'clock hour, you get a little dip, and then what happens? We rip. Little dip, what happens? We rip. Here obviously was a bit more confusion. What happens 10 o'clock hour here? We get a little dip, we rip. And we're not only ripping, we're closing near highs. Closing near highs. These are big moves right here. What happens? Not a dip, but we get a pop. And then what happened? We close near lows for a short. Here's kind of in between right here, as you guys can see. Still just big up. Right here, what happens? 10 o'clock, little dip, close near highs. Here's a little bit harder, obviously the wick. Here, pop up, close near lows. This just in between. It's not always going to work. That's the thing. This is not always going to work. Little dip, close near highs. What happens? Little dip, close near highs. So as you guys can see, I hope you guys can just keep seeing it. Pop up, and then we close near lows. Dip, close near highs. It doesn't always work. As you guys can see, I'm kind of scrolling through. Little dip, close near highs. Pop up. That one's just kind of eh. This one pop up, close near lows. What happened? Pops up, close near lows. As you guys see, big candles though. So that's just kind of why I like getting in at the start of an hour, or at least close to an hour, because you can catch some big moves. In all reality, I mean, these moves are no joke. I mean, if you do catch some of these big moves, that's something I'm going to be working towards in the future, because honestly, catching some of these monster moves could really probably progress your account. That's kind of what I was just seeing. That's why I kind of like using the hourly, the start of the hour to get into the trade, because I feel like it could really help you just catch a big move or just be on the right side of a move. So if you guys like this content, make sure to follow me. Make sure you share this with someone. Have a great day, guys.